William Gay charges from 21st to victory at Charlotte. Welcome back to the Freedom Motorsport Alliance podcast, where we break down the stories, the strategy, and the standout drives that define the FMA racing world. Tonight, we're heading to Charlotte Motor Speedway, where the FFTV Xfinity series delivered a 75-lap brawl that had everything: comers, goers, heartbreak, and one of the most impressive charges to victory we've seen all season. Because when the dust settled, it wasn't a pole sitter, it wasn't a front-row favorite, it was William Gay, climbing from 21st on the grid to take the win in absolutely commanding fashion. Let's dive into how it all unfolded. The climb begins. Charlotte is a track that rewards rhythm, patience, and clean air, and William Gay showed all three in spades. Rolling off from 21st, Gay didn't panic, didn't force anything early. Instead, he chipped away at the field, picking off cars one by one in the number 75 Chevrolet Camaro. As the race settled into long green flag stretches, Gay's pace came alive. He managed the tires, managed the traffic, and when the leader started to fade, he was right there to take advantage. By the time he reached the front, he wasn't just another contender, he was the contender. Gay would go on to lead 26 laps, controlling the race when it mattered most, and pulling away late to secure a statement victory. Grecco and Steeley keep the pressure high. Behind him, Sage Grecco delivered a drive nearly as impressive. Starting 20th, Grecco sliced through the field with confidence, posting one of the fastest laps of the night, and keeping Gay honest all the way to the checkered flag. Nyjoel Steeley rounded out the podium with a consistent, disciplined run. The kind of performance that doesn't always grab headlines, but absolutely earns respect. And let's not forget Gary Demore Jr. and Andrew Kuhn, who traded the lead early and stayed locked inside the top 5 all night long. Their early race pace set the tone for what became a relentless battle up front. The midfield war zone. While the leaders were putting on a clinic, the midfield was an absolute war zone. Chase Matsko and Ryan Peters spent most of the night locked inside the top 10, trading positions and pushing each other lap after lap. It was tight, clean, and aggressive, exactly what you expect from the FFTV Xfinity series. Behind them, Paul Wentline, Shea Tarlton, and Tarlton Tankersley were in a constant state of battle. Every lap, someone was making a move, defending a lane, or trying to set up a run off turn 4. It was one of those groups where positions changed so often you needed a second screen just to keep up, fighting through adversity. Further back, you had drivers like Joseph Spilman and Byrd, who were grinding to stay on the lead lap as long as possible. Charlotte is unforgiving. Once you lose the draft or get stuck behind a damaged car, the track shows no mercy, and that's exactly what happened to several drivers. Mike Roland, Graham Connolly, and Curtis Kieneker all saw their nights cut short by Charlotte's relentless pace. Whether it was contact, handling issues, or just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, the track claimed more than a few victims before the finish. The message of the night: when the checkered flag waved, the message was crystal clear. This race was won by patience, precision, and pure racecraft. Charlotte tested every driver in the field, mentally, mechanically, and strategically. And through all of it, William Gay's drive from 21st to 1st stood out as one of the defining performances of the FMA FFTV Xfinity season. It wasn't luck, it wasn't chaos, it was execution. That's going to wrap up this episode of the Freedom Motorsport Alliance podcast. If you missed the Charlotte race, go back and watch it, because drives like William Gay's don't happen often, and when they do, they deserve to be remembered. If you want to get involved with the FMA, head over to fma-racing.com and join the action. I'm your host, The Dude, and this has been another deep dive into the racing, the stories, and the moments that make FMA what it is.